Wow, that's very interesting. Did your friends consider you weird or just a daydreamer when you were
Both.
growing up? Both?
Yeah, because
You're
I still do
laughing.
it. Yeah, because I'm strange that way, but most creative people don't fit in like with the norm anyway. You know, I can stare at a wall and just come up with something, and I've always been like that. So I would imagine they thought I was very strange, unless they were creative too. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, please tell everybody where can they get your Siren song and other products that you have available. And also, this is a two-part question. What is on the horizon for Jennifer Bryant?
Okay. It's on iTunes and Napster and Rhapsody and all those different digital download sites. What's on the agenda now for me is I am working on videos. I have like maybe about 4 or 5 videos in the making, but I'm like a perfectionist, so I want these videos to be like really great and to give off the message that I want to present from my music. So it might be a little while before they're released.
Very interesting, which is going to lead me into my next question, which is, how do you see yourself as a person and then as an artist in many different genres of music?
Okay, as a person, I'm just like a free-spirited person. I'm really down to earth. I'm very sensitive, and I'm always getting caught up in trying to help other people, which means I'll probably end up like starting some big thing where I help all these independent artists, because I'm a humanitarian, but I'm trying to focus on myself for a little while before I get caught up in it, just so I can do it with more power. And as an artist, I'm ever changing. I'm even on my album. I have songs that unfortunately I didn't even get to send to you, but I have different genres of music. I apologize for that. I had technical difficulties, but I have different genres of music on there. I have like some Euro sounding stuff on there, and then I have like the R&B stuff and like some kind of hip hop sounding stuff, and I just go with the mood. I don't want to be put in a box. I can't be. I just can't be.
You refuse to be put in a box.
I don't refuse. I just can't be. It's just hard to put me in a box because I can change. Like you can't put a stamp on me and say, okay, this is a jazz artist, because I have a blues song that I haven't even released yet. Like, and it's like a down home blues song, and
What?
like if somebody heard it, they would think that I was a blues singer, but I don't want to be labeled. I'm an artist, and that's it.
Well, with that in mind, are you looking to be signed by a major label company, or do you want to remain independent and have all this control over your artistry?
I like having creative control. It's not whether or not I'm signed is not going to stop me from enjoying what I do. At this point, I mean, I don't know really how the industry is doing as far as that. But if I had like a deal where I could have creative control, then of course anybody would like to have that kind of backing. But whether or not it's there, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to do whatever it is that I love to do and share it with as many people as I can. It's not going to stop me.
One thing that I really do admire about you, Miss Bryant, is that you have a voracious appetite to market your product like no other independent artist that I've seen. You're always letting people know, look at me, this is what I have. Just check it out. Where do you get that burning passion from?
Well, I just have an entrepreneurial spirit. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've done like different businesses. I did promotions. I've done nightclub promotions. I've done different things. So I've even developed like aromatherapy products and marketed those. So to me, my CD is just another product. And I know that you have to continually advertise and network and get people to hear it and just keep going no matter what.
Well, Miss Bryant, do you think the people are ready for another tune by you?
I hope so.
You hope so? Well, I tell you what, let's just find out if they're ready, because it's coming at them whether they like it or not. Welcome back to Veneration, Blog's Talk new and most innovative radio show in the nation, in the world. Yes, you're listening to Blog Talk Radio. I am your host, Verbal Skills, and in the studios tonight, we have the lovely Jennifer Bryant, all the way from Philadelphia, PA. Thank you once again, Miss Bryant, for gracing us with your presence tonight.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's not a biggie. It's really not a biggie. Also, what is your support system like? Because doing and wearing all those many hats, I know sometimes it got to get frustrating. So who, and what do you rely on?
Well, back to what you're saying with the many hats. It's like I am constantly changing my hat, literally. But it's like it's rough being a one-woman show because it's like I'm a one-woman show. Like I'm writing. It was kind of frustrating, but now it's easier. But in the beginning, it was frustrating because it was like I was making a track and writing a song with the track, and then I would hear like something, a melody to a bass line, and then I would start recording the melody, and then I would go back in and try to fill it in and try to build up a beat. And I mean, it got really frustrating, but in the end, I was happy about it. And it's hard work. It's not as easy as it seems. It's hard work, like when you're using it. But I'm happy about it. Like it feels good to sit back and say I created that. When you're a creator, it just feels good when you sit back and you created something and you think it's pretty, and then somebody else might come along and say, oh, that's pretty too. I mean, that's where the reward really comes in. And, of course, somebody buys it, that's a great reward, but even if you don't appreciate it and tell their friends about it, and they can share your joy about it, and they like it. And what's really inspiring is when people actually, your song is stuck in their head, that's when you know that you've done something. When they're singing it, and they say, oh, I was singing your song in the shower. Then you know that you've done something. It's a lot of work, though. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. But
yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I can attest to that because I have several endeavors myself. But that's not here or there. If you would like to call in and speak to the very, very lovely Jennifer Bryant. And Miss Jennifer Bryant, what was the most gratifying moment in your career?
I think it was the first sale I made. on my CD. I was happy about that because after all of that writing and putting the tracks together and mixing and coming up with a concept and making sure your paperwork is right and getting all stressed out trying to, you know, when you want things to happen yesterday, when somebody appreciates it enough to buy it, that's a gratifying moment. I appreciate those moments.
And what does Miss Jennifer Bryant does when she is not on her grind, like she has some scented candles lit, and she said, wow, I don't have anything to do. What is it that you do to totally relax?
I'll sit back. During my time, during me time, I'll sit back and put some instrumental music on because I work so much with my own music. Sometimes it gets hard to, it's almost like you're using one part of your brain so much that you can't even receive too many messages. Well, that's the way it works for me. And so I'll put instrumental music on and light a candle and lay back and relax and just, I guess it's like a meditation. That's what some people would say. But I would just sit there and think. That's what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where most of my creativity comes from, because if I can sit there in silence, or like if I have some instrumental music on that has nothing to do with me or anybody, just a nice vibe, I'll sit there and think, and I'll probably come up with another idea. But my mind was free enough and clear enough to see a vision, you know?
Wow.
Just a creative being.
Right. I understand that as well because, it can be so tough out there. Guess what, Miss Bryant? You had a question in the chat room, and I believe it read something to the effect, if a person is interested in producing a musical CD, how much time do you recommend to spend on producing a quality CD?
Well, excuse me. After what I just went through and my experience, I think that there should not be a rush, because when you rush, then that impedes your creative flow. You won't be able to flow, and then it won't sound natural, and your spirit won't be in it, and it'll just be mechanical, and it probably won't be good. So however long it takes, like if you say you want to have 10 songs, then you got to, as long as it takes to get those 10 songs, those 10 really good songs that you feel that other people will feel. You know, because when I've noticed that when people have pressure on them, like, for example, like, that's the difference between being independent and being in the industry. It's like when you have, like, all these people over you and they have these deadlines and you have to have this done, it just seems like it puts a lot of pressure on the people, and to the point where they even do things like steal other people's songs because they can't create. It's supposed to be a creative thing. You create, you don't do it under pressure. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, that album that I did, I would say it took long because some of the songs I had been working on for years. Not saying that it should take you years, but most people, if they're creative and they're writing, they've been writing songs for years. So if you have some things in that folder or in that safe or whatever that already have a melody, you can keep building on that until you have that song, until you have that monster that you want to put out there. But I do not recommend rushing. Like, if you have to put a lid on it, like, I would not recommend making it less than a year, because you need that time to create and experience things and reflect on it and write about it and to feel it and deliver it. You understand what I'm saying?
I most certainly do. And